Hey, what's up everyone, it's Mac Digi, and today I'm here to show you my new sample-based bass instrument called DIGI Bass. And basically, what is DIGI Bass? Well, first off, it requires sampler in Ableton. So if you don't have sampler, it ain't gonna work for you, I'm sorry. But I highly suggest getting sampler because it's my favorite instrument built within Ableton. So, but what exactly is DIGI Bass besides that? Well, it's a heavy bass instrument. You get 128 different sample presets, as well as everything fully modulatable here in the macros, and it's fully, it's really streamlined. So this is anything for the most novice user can easily follow along and understand and really take advantage of, as well as more seasoned pros could still find good uses with this perhaps. So now when you open up the file after you downloaded it, you're gonna get something looking like this. You got DIGI Bass in track 1, and you got 2 drum racks right here. This one's just a kick, this one's a snare and a ride. And the reason those are separated just because I got a side chain compressor running on the bass to kind of give the beat a more pumpy feel running into the kick. So I'm gonna press play right here real quick just so you can hear without having to follow along the whole time. But this is just real basic, like this is one sound. I'm not doing any crazy modulations yet. So nothing real fancy, but it's sounding pretty decent already. Now so let's take a look at it. Okay, so you got DIGI Bass, here's your module. When you open up this window right here, you got 2 chains. You got DIGI Sub, DIGI Bass, and when you click on DIGI Bass and you got click on the zone tab right there, you can see you got 128 different DIGI basses. They're all different. As you can see, all the different waveforms, and they go all the way to 128. So each one is different. And then you got your sub chain down here. This is just one single solid sub. It gets the job done. So now we're gonna move on over to our macros right here. You got wob rate, that's your LFO rate. So we go all the way down to 1 bar and all the way up to 16th notes. You can change that up and remap it how you like if you want to go higher, but I'm usually working at 140 BPM when I'm doing dubstep and stuff. So 16ths usually is the fastest type of wobble I want to have, and that's just how I work though. You can change it up, like I said, however you want. You also got your amount right here, so you can kind of crossfade between a solid signal and whatever your wobble rate is set at. But just be warned that even if you have the rate set all the way down to 1 bar, you're still going to get a wobble every bar, while right here, if you have it turned all the way down, then you're just going to get the solid signal. So wait, let's see. So that's a solid signal right there. We turn up the mount all the way and we're set on 1, so you still get that wobble. So that's why both of those are there pretty much. Next we got ear damage right here. I just called it ear damage because basically it's like a harsh filter, kind of like I don't know, just gives a really harsh effect. It sounds really good with most of the sounds in here. Some, you know, I don't know, you gotta play around with it a little bit, but here's what it sounds like with it off. We'll turn wob rate off, just give you, straight up sound. So that's kind of what that does. And then this right here, the octopus, that's just an octave shifter for the ear damage filter right here. So as you can see, it goes up and down in octaves. But if that's all the way down, we ain't getting nothing. So that only affects the ear damage filter right here. Top select, that's where you get to select whichever bass line you want. So we'll go through a couple right here. turn this ear damage off real quick. So that's just a quick little example right there that you get. Glide, I think that's pretty self-explanatory if you're familiar with synthesis. This is just going to be the length of time it takes to transition from one note to the other if they overlap each other rather than pressing one and then another. Like if you press one and before you let go of that you press the next note, it's going to kind of like shift upward or downward to that next note until it gets there. And this is how long it's going to take. Like, so right there, set at 47.6 milliseconds. That's going to be pretty fast. So that you don't really notice. But if I turn it at 10 seconds, it gives like a rising kind of effect, at least if you're going upwards on the keyboard. Next, we got shape select. This basically gets you select between 4 different like filter shapes, and this is your shape amount. So if I have it turned all the way up, it's kind of similar to ear damage. So I mean, you don't get too many different selections right there, but they do make a difference. And then with it all the way off, of course the select does nothing. So there, that's basically that. And then just a couple reasons why I put it on the macros right here is because for one, versus just like say I load in like massive or something up here. Let's say I go, all right, I want to make a bass line with massive. So I drag it in, I'll wait for it. Okay, now I got it right there. But I pull down this little menu, I got massive and I got mixer. Massive, device on. Mixer, your traditional mixer controls. Come here to DIGI BASS, and automatically straight out the box you get, it'll automatically be selected to DIGI BASS, but then you got every macro right there. You can modulate or you can gradually change from if I select top select, I can have like 20 different bass sounds under one single instance of DIGI BASS. So that's kind of a nice little feature to mess around without clogging up Ableton and giving yourself too much like CPU overload and all that. So just show you right here. So yeah, I mean, you can, and that's another, you can draw it in, or you got your, say you're working with auto map controller, or you're working with APC 40 or something that instantly recognizes your macros in Ableton when you click on the title bar and you got this hand right here. Then you can instantly move these around without having to actually map them up here in MIDI and all that. So that's a really nice feature. And yeah, that's basically it. Just stay tuned. I got more tutorials coming along. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm not saying it's the be-all end-all for bass lines or anything like that. I just made it as a fun little tool. I've used it in some of my productions, and I think it's a pretty nice little tool. So I'm giving it out to y'all to check out. Let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned for more tutorials, and thanks for watching. Peace. Oh yeah, and one more thing before I turn off this video. After you've checked all this out, don't forget to click the save button right here on DIGI BASS, and then once you click save, or we'll just do it right here, it'll save right here in your instrument rack under your live devices. It'll be under instrument rack. As you can see, I already have it saved right there. And then once that's saved, bam, you don't have to open up this project file ever again if you don't want, and you just have it right there. You can drag it in and you got all this stuff instantly right there. So yeah, just make sure that you do that and everything's good to go. So thanks a lot for watching. Have a wonderful day. Peace.